Hey guys. Recently, and you like always, I've been just scrolling through TikTok, looking through crap, and I don't insult that. I just say it as like a comment. Then I came across this. This is a TikTok made by, and I stitched this before. Actually, I'll just pull up the origin. Oh, need that. It's by career name. I'm sorry, madam, if I pronounced this wrong. Queen's cosplay. Oh, I get Viking Queens. Okay, why did that never click in my head? Anyway, um, here's just the part I want to show you. Villain Hiccstrid. Sorry if you can't see Hiccup. Oh, that's my ugly ass. And in that video, as short as it damn was, I go into a little explanation of how Hiccup and Astrid return to villains. And one more thing, let me get up her actual villain Astrid cosplay. This is basically what she uses for villain Astrid. It's very good makeup in effect. The eye contact lens. And again, if you are on TikTok, follow this woman. She is incredible. But because of TikTok having limited time to make videos, I could only go into a short amount of what I wanted to say about this story. So I decided, and I thought I would just do the classic bull crap thing of doing part two, multiple parts, if it took that long. But then I thought, I have a YouTube channel I can just make it on to where it'll be longer. So let's get into it. Also, have to remember at one, and basically, no, let's just wait 10 seconds. So if you want the actual origin, just skip to 2 minutes ahead. I'll have to remember that. Anyway, let's get into a villain Hiccstrid story. Anyway, story takes place after Hiccup and Astrid had just gone on the first romantic flight. Astrid sees the truth on dragons. They have just returned to Berk after seeing the Red Death and what it does. As Hiccup asks Astrid to keep the secret, to keep her word that she doesn't tell Stoic about Toothless and the Dragon Island. She lies. She lets her honor and her pride take control and run. Tells Hiccup that she won't, but she lies and still does tell Stoic. She leaves, not kissing him this time, and leaves to tell Stoic about the dragons. Stoic, being the stubborn guy that he is, or was, since this would technically be in the first movie, only hears that Hiccup dragons Dragon Island. So Stoic, when Hiccup comes home, grabs Hiccup, more than likely like this, and chucks him across the room, yelling, demanding an explanation of why he lied, why he befriended a dragon. Hiccup wonders who told him, because he still has faith that Astrid trusted him. Stoic then demands a search party be looked for Toothless. Astrid had no part on this. They find Toothless and lock him up again. Hiccup is thrown into a prison. Snotloud's very happy on this, by the way. Fishlegs is... he looks like he's enjoying it, but he's not. The twins are just chaos in general, so they don't give a damn. They just see something bad happening and they like it. Gobber is very disappointed. Not doesn't feel betrayed, but more disheartened that Hiccup didn't trust him. Cuts to the scene where everyone's getting ready for an all-out war on the dragons. We then come to Dragon Island. Everyone's ready. The explosion happens. All hell has broken loose. But instead of them just waiting at the dragons flying away, they try to fight. They engage in a fight. And Astrid tries to take on, let's just, for irony's sake, Deadly Natters. She gets clawed in the face, but she feels like it wasn't trying to hurt her. Just knocked my computer for a second. But it still takes her eye. She then of course, Red Death. Bunch of people die in this. Meanwhile, while that's happening, Hiccup is thinking about all the things he's done. All the shit he was put through in his life for seemingly and truly no reason whatsoever. He then decides, fuck it, these people want to treat me like the bad guy. I'm the bad guy. That sounded very much like Tangled, but only because I had watched the movie a few days ago, so. Damn it. He decides to embrace what these people think he is. Bad luck, destruction, chaos. He embraces it. Basically becoming a combination of what is now picturing in my head. Loki plus Lex Luthor. I almost said Luger. Luthor. Someone who they believe will bring the chaos, the destruction, and the anarchy of someone like the myth of Loki, the god of chaos, but who is so strategically brilliant like Lex Luthor. Can I mute this? I don't want to have this. Oh, I did pause it. Okay, pause. Mute. I'm hitting a button instead of that. Anyway, back to this. So Hiccup, being the strategist that he is, and realizing that these people are very stupid and bulky, just slips through the bars. And while everyone is in an all-out war on Dragon Island, Hiccup is crafting a suit. The riding suit from How to Train Your Dragon 2. But instead of the logo on his shoulder of Toothless's face being red, it's it's still kind of red, but unlike this red, it's more of a blood-rusted red. More evil red. Or hell, we'll just make it kind of grayish. There's more scales to it. There's a little more spikes on the thing. The helmet does have the one eye missing, just so people can realize who it is. The other eye is completely blacked out. He leaves the one eye open to show people who he is, or to leave people thinking who he is. Because we never saw anyone else with those kind of green eyes in the movies. So, he goes to the dragon training arena, releases all of the dragons. Stormfly, Hookfang, Fish, Meatlug, Barf and Belk, even the Terrible Terror, who never really got a name. People always have called it Sharpshot. And tames and trains them like that. He has them as help him and lead him to the island. Meanwhile, back on the island, Stoic is realizing Hiccup was right, while Hiccstrid is having a different epiphany. She's learning how boneheaded, how stubborn, and how truly stupid and ignorant these people are when it comes to dragons, especially Stoic. Him not listening to both her and Hiccup, what she told him, has come back to bite thousands of people in the ass. Or dozens, depending on how many are on that island. She then tries to tame her own dragon. Somewhat succeeds, but it doesn't work out that well because of the Red Death, who still controls these things. All of a sudden, they hear four distinct roars. They look to the sky. In comes this dark, mythic, demon-looking motherfucker, riding on a monstrous nightmare. Hiccup releases Toothless with the monstrous nightmare fire and the deadly natter spikes. And in the scene that usually is the redemption of Stoic, where he apologizes to Hiccup for everything he's done, Stoic tries to take one step toward Hiccup. Doesn't happen. The monstrous nightmare flares up, as does the natter get her spikes ready. Hiccup then says 3 simple words. I was right. He leaves, defeats the Red Death, and kills this thing. Hiccstrid then joins him as his brutalist, seeing that he was right all along. When Hiccup lands after same fight scene with the Red Death, But this time people aren't cheering. They're in awe and somewhat terror of this demon. Because most people don't see it as Hiccup. Only Stoic could see the eye. As did Hiccstrid. So when Hiccup lands, after defeating and killing the Red Death, Hiccstrid slowly and nervously walks up to Hiccup and sincerely apologizes for betraying his trust. And says if there's anything she can do to make it up to him, she will do with all honor and loyalty. Hiccup simply does this. Just motions for her to follow him. And they leave. Stoic then demands, still not fully, I don't want to say redeemed, but not fully getting that Hiccup is dark now, demands that Hiccup explain, finally giving an explanation of what the hell just happened. Hiccup, in an act of true darkness, and I don't see, he doesn't lose his leg, he takes Stoic's. Just his leg, just kind of like what he has, only from here down. The way he does it is he beckons for Hiccstrid's axe. He has a deadly natter, aka Stormfly, pinned Stoic down, and he chops off the thing, and has Toothless or Hookfang sear the bleeding so he doesn't bleed out. Hiccup leaves Burke with Hiccstrid, saying, "A symbol to remember me by, as never a disappointment again." They leave Burke and become the Dragon Conqueror, or the Dragon Master, and the Fallen Valkyrie. That's just that. They go on to not just help dragons. They don't help people. They help dragons and axe off those who hunt, abuse, or hurt dragons of any kind. Dragon trappers, hitmen on dragons like Eret in the second movie. Basically, if someone is harming a dragon, they will meet the angel of death. Anyway, hope you enjoyed this video of me trying to explain a villain Hiccstrid. And of course, as always, the being Hiccstrid, they slowly do couple up. They also, that's just the epilogue on this. Nothing and Zephyr raised the same way. They have scars, but not like their mom. They constantly will question why their mom has blindness in her, I think it's her right eye? At least for me, it's her right eye. Actually, just for sakes and they're not getting this wrong. Yeah, for me, it's her right eye. Let's see if I can find it again. For me, that's her right eye. This one. Why her mom can't see out of her right eye and what the scars are. When they were children, they would ask, and they would say, "It's a story you're not ready to hear because it'll hurt the image we've built on dragons." As they grow up, Zephyr is trained by Hiccstrid to be a new fallen Valkyrie. But she also trains Zephyr with honor, making sure she doesn't make the one plain mistake she made. That's letting honor and pride, or more pride, get the best of her. Hiccup, on the other hand, sees the intellect, the intelligence that Nothing has. And he helps Nothing mold it to where Zephyr grows up to be a combination of both her parents. The tainted Valkyrie ferocity of Hiccstrid, but also having the strategery of Hiccup. Nothing. He basically grows up to be a Viking-esque dragon Iron Man, Well, Hiccup has a I don't want to say prehistoric, but more old school riding suit, basically what he has. Nothing's riding suit is more technological. Like, I don't want to say Iron Man, but kind of influenced in the aspect of it. Kind of like Ironmonger. But this is hard. But I hope you can understand what I mean by that. I mean, the kid invented a damn jetpack. Canonly, the kid invented a jetpack. So, anyway. So they had nothing except for carry on the tradition of a dragon conqueror and a tainted Valkyrie, but with a little more honor. So again, hopefully you enjoyed this little depiction of my idea of what a villain Hiccstrid Origin would have been. And that's always something I love reading about. Heroes being turning to the dark side. Weird stuff. Crazy alternate universe, alternate timelines. I love stuff like that. Except when TV shows like The Flash and sometimes Spider-Man do it too much. Anyway, hope you enjoyed for the third time. Hope you've enjoyed this. I'll see you later.